Good morning, all of you. So, today's gospel may sound confusing at first. We may ask the questions like why Jesus is telling us a story of a dishonest steward and a manager who wasted the master's property. We may wonder why Jesus used a dishonest man as an example for us to reflect in the gospel of today. But if we listen carefully and if you reflect about the gospel passage, we see that Jesus is not praising his dishonesty. Rather, instead, he is pointing to something deeper, the steward's wisdom in preparing for the future. And Jesus is teaching us, to use our times, our talents, our resources wisely, not just for this world, but for the eternity. Everything we have in our life is a gift of God. Our money, our health, our talents, all the resources, even all the qualifications, our knowledge, none of these truly belong to us. They are entrusted to us by God. And one day we will be asked to give an account of how we use them. Or did we use them only for ourselves, or did we also use to bless other people? Whenever I do the homilies or I do one talks, I always speak about some of the movies which I watched. And today also I would like to take some of the examples from one of the movies, films, Indian movie like Ustad Hotel. There is a character named Narayan Krishnan who plays a small but impactful role in that movie. Narayan Krishnan is a trained chef who once had a promising international career in luxury hotels. But suddenly he chose to give up that glamorous life and instead dedicated himself for serving the poor, homeless, and mentally ill people by cooking and even feeding those people. He goes to all the streets and he feeds the people. Meanwhile, the hero of the movie, who dreams of becoming a famous international chef in a luxury hotels, meets this man and happens to be with him for like months. And he comes to know that he had all the qualifications. He worked in the international hotels and all the luxury style of glamorous life. And he was shocked to hear that. Then he inquires what was the main reason for giving up all the luxuries and ended up doing mission work like feeding the poor, homeless, and all the mentally challenged people. So he gives a beautiful answer. He says that one day I was traveling in my luxurious car and I happened to see like a homeless man is eating the human waste, and that was really touched me. That was the main reason, because I was able to see the people are suffering, people are having so much of struggles, but I am having a luxurious life and I'm using only for myself. I need to extend my all the blessing for poor people. So he says that was the conversion, turning point in his life. And he then explains to the hero saying that food is not just about taste or business or luxury. It is about dignity, sharing, and compassion. So, my dear friends in Jesus Christ, that is a message that we get in the gospel of today. Jesus is not like exalting the dishonesty of that steward. Rather, Jesus speaks about the change that took place in this man's life. Wisely, he was turned for the future. In the same way, our past mistakes are not the end. What matters is the choice we make today to change, to live with integrity, and to use what we have for God and for others. The message is very clear. We are not masters, but we are stewards. God is watching how we use the small things in daily life, how we treat the poor, how we speak about others, how we spend our money, how we use our time. Whoever is faithful in small things will be faithful in greater things. That is the reminder from the gospel of today. But remember, we cannot serve two masters. We cannot serve both God and mammon. Mammon is not only money, it's a greed, it's a selfishness, it's a power. If we give our hearts to wealth and pride, we will lose the sight of God. But if we give our hearts to God, then everything we have, all the resources, our talents, our time, our wealth, our time, will become a blessing for us as well as for other people. So, my dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, as we partake in this Eucharistic celebration, let us ask for the grace to live with heaven in mind. Let's live with heaven in mind, integrity in heart, and service in action. And may we be found faithful stewards when the Lord calls us to give an account. May Almighty God bless us all.